What's up guys, my name is Andrew, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we'll be working on Chris's GTI. Chris, what are we going to be doing on your car today?
Today we will have no more ghetto wiring, no more ghetto anything. We're pretty much going to get the thing ready for a proper startup and get the thing to operating temperature and make sure everything's happy.
So guys, without further ado, let's get into this car and let's get everything set up properly.
Right, so what we're going to be doing now is running all of our grounds, getting the fuse panel situated. Let me show you what we're thinking of doing. First of all, before we get to the plate situation, we are going to be getting rid of this ugly plastic thing with something that I came across on YouTube from a YouTuber called Supercarmio. He figured out this whole fuse panel situation to replace this if you were to be relocating your battery to the trunk. So all of this is going to then get mounted onto this plate, and then this plate we're thinking of sticking like right here, so we have a little shelf, so it's kind of protected from the weather, and we can also run all of our wiring onto this plate, so it's a bit more of just extra protection. So let's get to cracking.
When doing a shaved bay, most people relocate the OEM fuse box to the interior of the car. We wanted to try a different fuse box design, and we tried mounting it pretty close to where the OEM fuse box would be mounted, but still hiding it to keep that shaved look. Supercarmio goes into a deep explanation into this fuse box, showing where all these wires connect up to and which fuses you will need to purchase. We have linked the video in the description down below if you're interested in checking out this product.
Okay, so we just tacked it up briefly. Ethan has his welding helmet, so I just kind of had to close my eyes and bugger these on oh so lightly. This is what we're going for. Obviously, you see the fuse panels. I drilled holes, we bolted them up. They also have covers on them, so a bit more weather resistant, but we're also going to have the fender well, we're going to have some sort of skid plate splitter thing underneath here, and then the bumper. So these shouldn't be affected by weather too much. Okay, so for the wiring side of this, we're gonna be running, obviously, the wires. Everything is gonna get ran along here. I think we're gonna have the engine harness up top, body harness like below it, and then we're gonna run them along and down, and then right here, the engine harness is gonna split and go this way and hang to the left-hand side, and then the body harness is gonna come down and then go over the back of here. So just so then we have some sort of like differentiation or organization, so we can kind of tell which harness is what, and that'll make it a lot easier to figure out our grounds and how to wire in that fuse box as well.
Wire management is super important when doing a wire tuck. Chris rerouted each wire to create two separate harnesses, one for a body harness and the second for an engine harness. Yes, Audi and BMW does do two harnesses, but after extending each wire, it is important to maintain this organization. Once this was complete, it was time to start wrapping the harness to protect it from the weather. Personally, I think Chris went a little overboard with the wrap job, but if this makes him feel safe, then it's worth doing. This process took forever for us to complete, but with the help of a few friends, beer, and loads of patience, we were able to get the job done. Sorry we didn't show too much of the details. We figured that wiring is pretty boring and we didn't want to bore you guys with this process.
After about 3 weeks, guys, of life getting in our way and just a bunch of stuff going on, we finally have the car finally wired up. Let's go over here and let's have Chris show you guys exactly what we did with getting this whole wire situation finalized and kind of wrapped up. I really like how Chris went about doing this, and I think it's gonna help protect the car long term for like weather conditions and everything like that. So let's have Chris go ahead and explain what he did, and let's get into a little bit more details on what we're still waiting on this car and why we haven't put out a video in the last 3 weeks.
All right, so finally, after all this time, we are pretty much wired up now. Some would say that I went a little bit overkill on the weatherproofing and the protecting, because I think I did personally too, but it's going to be just good for measures and safety measures and all that goodness. So, yeah.
Hopefully you have no electrical issues, because if there's an electrical issue in here, it's going to be a nightmare to get into.
Screwed.
So let's actually go ahead, guys, and let's explain what is actually in here now.
Yes. So, like I said, probably went a bit overkill with the weatherproofing and protection proofing. We have the wires that are heat shrink wherever they're soldered, and then we electrical taped them, and then we put conduit over that, and then electrical taped the conduit, and then fabric taped, well, Tessa tape, fabric tape, whatever you want to call it, over that. I still would like to weatherproof this whole area a bit more, solely because this is obviously the drain for the rain tray, and I don't like the fact that they're just sitting, like, and water's going to come out of there. We also have it held up by these cool little zip tie things that Ona told me to get. They're like zip ties with a hole in the top of them that you can run like a self-tapper in. So I just have self-tappers in the frame to hold these zip ties in, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's go ahead, guys, and let's show you guys now what we did to the fuse box down here.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's like a thing I like. This is cool, but at the same time, it's like slightly impractical because it's behind the bumper. But at the same time, it's pretty damn cool. So all the wires we have them tested and everything. We have our fuse panel. We have the ground strap, ground stud right there. That there's all of our grounds they go to. The only issue is like accessibility. Obviously, if I blow a fuse, I gotta take my bumper off and then, find out which fuse it is. But I'm not really so bothered about that. If it does become like much of a problem, then we can always relocate it to the interior somewhere. But yeah, all I pretty much did was weld a plate to the frame and then mount these boxes to the plate. And we have this one wire that comes from the starter. And we have another wire that obviously comes from the battery, which is in the trunk, to power all of this. And like I said, every circuit has been tested. Everything works. So we know that we're golden and we're good. And I mean, it's pretty damn cool that it's there, but just don't crash into a deer or something.
Yeah, let's hope after all this time you spent building this car, Chris, let's hope you don't smoke it on a deer.
Smoke a deer, yeah.
So yeah, guys, as you can see, all of this work here, this is what's been taking us a while to do. This has taken us 3 weeks basically to do whenever we have free time. Mm-hmm. So it's just a lot of like tedious work. But now that this is all together,
we can start to make some progress.
Yeah, we can start making progress and actually get this car put together a lot quicker. Hopefully.
What do you guys think of this?
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this. Give me like criticism. Tell me if there's a better spot that I can put it in the car, or if it's like cool. We also have weatherproofing. This will all be weatherproofed as well. Just to add a side note onto that I don't just have some open fuse boxes. So
Chris is weatherproofing everything in this car.
I'm taking no skipped bit.
Okay, guys, so as you can see, that wiring, yes, it took 3 weeks for us to complete, but it just, more for us, life has been getting in the way right now of, getting this car really complete. Between Chris moving, me with my job, I'm super busy right now. It's been hard for us to really film and work really on this car and get it completed. But the wiring, luckily, now is all situated on the car. Additionally, we also have a few parts that we're missing, which is gonna hold up this build, I think, a little bit more. We are currently missing a swirl pot for the coolant system, so we haven't been able to put the coolant system together on the car. We're also missing a reservoir for the brake booster. It's like a new metal one, so it's just gonna look a lot nicer than what we currently have in the car. Chris, what else are we missing? What else are you getting for the car?
Need to get a turbo blankie. We're waiting on that. That's coming from England. A bunch of heat sleeving stuff for lines and whatnot that are close to the exhaust and the hot side. I really would like to get like the beauty washer bolts for the engine mounts, but we'll see on that. And What else is there? Suspension bolts and a fuel pressure regulator housing for the 034 Motorsport fuel rail.
Dog bone mount.
Dog bone bolts.
You also got, what else do you got? You got a few other things that you're missing. Oh, blow-off valve.
Oh yeah, the blow-off valve.
Yeah, Chris.
And then I still got to send a couple of things to go get powder coated and whatnot, you know, pretty things up a bit. So there's still quite a lot of stuff we're waiting on. But what can you do?
Yeah, so that's kind of more or less what Chris is waiting on still to complete the engine bay in the car. I think what we're going to work on tonight for the rest of this is we're going to work on getting actually some beauty washers. Chris did get a few beauty washers for, I think, the head he got, and also did you get them for...
I got valve cover.
Valve cover?
They're already on the throttle body.
Throttle body's... Oh, so throttle body's on, and just valve cover, basically. We have beauty washers. So we're going to put the beauty washers on here, get that all situated. Just try to get as much as we can situated while we're here. And probably the next thing we're going to work on is also refinishing up that trunk for the center exhaust.
Yeah.
Weld on the final top part for that. Get the hangers on there. So
put the interior.
Yeah, we can start getting the interior back in the car.
About time.
Right? Yeah, it's been a year?
It's been a while.
Yeah. So let's go ahead, guys. Let's get first the valve cover beauty washers on, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, guys. So we finally have this valve cover on, and these beauty washers, like, whew, they make such a difference. Like, Chris,
amazing.
Aren't they just like night and day difference?
It's the little things. You know?
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't think you really need until you actually look at it and see it when it's done, and it just makes such a big difference on the valve cover. So much of a difference, actually, that now Chris is going to go ahead and buy the rest of the beauty washers for the Mark IV.
The majority of them.
Basically, the majority of them. And he's also going to get custom-made bolts for Vibrotechnic mounts, which currently they do not have. He just sent all the measurements over to Zealous Manufacturing. He's going to be the one doing these bolts for the mount and the beauty washers and everything. He's the one who manufactured the ones for the valve cover. So we're just going to go use him for the rest of the bolts. And it should turn out absolutely amazing when it's done. But Chris has been working also on getting the catch can situated in this car. It's a little bit of an interesting situation. Let's have Chris go ahead now and explain how this catch can is going to work out.
Alright, so, this is just a brief mock-up right now. We kind of done messed up a bit. We figured out the intercooler piping and the placement of the blow-off valve and whatnot before I even bought this Urologic catch can. And then, without thinking, I bought this and was like, yeah, cool, sick catch can, and then didn't think about this situation. So, we just vaguely, you know, hooked some AN lines up. These obviously aren't, this is no bueno. But I think this is how we're gonna run it. It's tight, but it'll work. It'll definitely do the job. I mean, it's not like anything's high pressure so much, and like it's not a big worry, but it's definitely something that we could have avoided if we actually put our minds to it.
Yeah, we weren't thinking too much with this one, but
it's just it totally like escaped us, and then I put the catch can on, and I was like, ooh,
yeah.
But it is what it is.
It works, you know. It'll get the job done for now, and you know, as long as it works, it works.
Yeah. If we have to move the blow-off valve, Ethan will kill me.
Yes.
But if we have to move it, we'll move it. But we're trying to get around not moving it. So
if Ethan kills you, I call your car.
Part out.
Part out? Part out? Okay, so if Ethan kills Chris, this will be a part out.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like...
No.
No? What are you taking it, Justin?
Yeah.
Ooh, what's Justin making over here, guys?
Some steaks.
Oh, there you go, guys. This is what you get for working at the shop. You get some nice steaks.
Hell yeah.
What are you making, Justin? What's on it?
Making a little porterhouses, a little salt pepper. That's it, baby. That's it.
Justin makes some damn good steak.
That's right.
What do you think, Chris?
A1, baby.
Oh, yeah. You
Don't even need A1, baby.
No, you don't even need some
Don't even
A1
need
steak
A1.
sauce. Justin just over here housing down some steak, right, buddy?
Oh yeah. I just got back from snowboarding. Indoor snowboarding.
Figured we gotta throw us like, you know, a food vlog in there. You know, we're eating some food. Seems like that's what YouTubers do, right? They do some food vlogs, so.
If you want more food blogs, I'm in.
Justin's all about food vlogs. This kid can, you know, do any kind of food you guys want. So if you guys are interested in it, let us know in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's get, we'll finish this up and let's get back to the car. So guys, after eating the steaks and coming back to the GTI, we basically realized that we're done for tonight. So, Chris, just hitting the pipe back there. But what are we waiting on for this car?
We are pretty much just waiting on parts now. There's a couple of things that I could do off camera, which aren't really camera worthy. But other than that, it's pretty much just parts and people.
Yeah. So we're going to end tonight's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as always. If you guys enjoyed this episode, go down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it. It just helps more people see the channel and see the build that we're working on, because we think this GTI is a pretty cool build, and maybe more people out there would enjoy a build like this. If you guys are also looking for, say, Volkswagen parts for your car, I'd say Volkswagen, BMW, really Euro stuff in general, we have an affiliate link down below for ECSTuning. Go check it out. There's, sadly, right now, no discount for it, but it will basically, anything you buy through that link just helps out the channel. We get a little kickback, and it helps build these projects that you guys see on the channel. So, until next time, guys, as always, my name's Andrew.
I'm Chris.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.